Over the last few years, Alberta has seen the strongest interprovincial migration numbers of the entire country, with tens of thousands of people coming here every single year, and it doesn't appear to be slowing down. So, where are all these people coming from? Well, if you zoom in even more, the story gets clearer. A large chunk of them are coming from our neighbor to the west, British Columbia. So if you're sitting there wondering whether you're the only one thinking about leaving BC, trust me, you're not. And you're part of a huge growing trend. If you're new here, my name's Murray Wall. I'm a realtor in Lethbridge, and I've helped a lot of families make this exact move that you're considering. Today, I wanted to share some key things that come up over and over with people making this move. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. People move here for all kinds of reasons, but a few patterns come up again and again. Cost of living is an obvious one. Housing prices in BC, especially the lower mainland and parts of Vancouver Island, have pushed a lot of families to their limit. Alberta simply stretches your hard-earned dollars further. And then there are taxes. Alberta has no provincial sales tax, and that alone can save the average household thousands of dollars per year. BC has an additional 7% provincial sales tax, so everything you buy in Alberta, from cars, new tech to clothing, is 7% cheaper right off the bat. It's like Black Friday, but all year long. Speaking of taxes, another one that we don't have is the land transfer tax. Well, kind of. They changed the rules recently in Alberta, and there is a fee of $2 per $5,000 of property value. So on the average home in Lethbridge, it would be under $200. In BC, these fees could reach tens of thousands of dollars. Job opportunities is another big one. From healthcare, education, trades, energy, tech, and manufacturing, Alberta has been expanding, and with its lower cost of living, your wage will go further. For many people, it's also a quality of life choice. A slower pace, less pressure, more space, and the ability to actually buy a home and build generational wealth for you and your family. So if you feel like BC just isn't working for you anymore, that's not uncommon, and a lot of people feel the exact same way. Once you've made the mental decision that Alberta is on the table, here's your next step. Get your numbers dialed in. Before you book your flights or start browsing homes on Realtor.ca, talk to a mortgage broker and get pre-approved. If you don't have a mortgage broker, reach out to me. I have an amazing network of brokers that will get you the best rate. Alternatively, if you already own a home in BC, talk to a local realtor and find out what your home would realistically sell for in today's market. If you have enough equity in your home to cover everything, then you're good to go. If you don't, then you'll need to talk to a mortgage broker as well. And this will give you a clear price range so that when you come visit, you know exactly what you should be looking at. And just for reference, the average detached home is around $470,000. Of course, this is just the average. There's cheaper detached options available, as well as townhomes, duplexes, or even apartment condos. And I always recommend this. Come out for a week and explore. Start with Lethbridge. That's where I'm based, and it's one of the most affordable mid-sized cities in Alberta. We have a population of around 110,000 people, and we're growing every year. There's also some great options in the surrounding towns like Coaldale, Raymond, or Fort Macleod. Living in Lethbridge just puts you a 2-hour drive to the nearest international airport in Calgary. You can absolutely look at a few homes while you're here, but if you're not ready to buy yet, getting a vibe of the neighborhood is usually more valuable. The market is moving fast here, so most homes you see will be sold by the time you're ready to move anyways, but neighborhoods, they don't change. The exception would maybe be new built homes. Builders generally build the same layout of homes for multiple years in a row, so there will be more in the coming months and years to come. And if you're coming to Lethbridge or anywhere nearby, I'm happy to be your personal home guide and show you around. Remember, there are generally 2 realtors involved in a home sale, one that represents the seller and one that represents the buyer. Just to add, I have sold homes to clients who have never visited Lethbridge before, and getting keys to their new home was the first time they stepped foot in it. So it's definitely not a crazy idea. And as far as I know, none of my clients have moved back, so that definitely says something. Let's talk about what will actually be different here. First, how homes are measured. In Alberta, square footage is above grade only, meaning basements are not included in the main square footage number, even if they're fully finished. So a 1,200 square foot home in Alberta with a basement could actually be twice as big as a 1,200 square foot home in BC. And then there's the weather. Alberta has more sun, less rain, and yes, more wind, especially here in southern Alberta. Winters can be colder, but the trade-off is more dry and sunny days. When it's -20 and sunny, it's really not that bad if you dress for it. -35 on the other hand, you might just want to stay inside. But we only get a couple days like that per year. And the air here is super dry with low humidity. The cold doesn't hit as hard. Utilities and insurance can be different as well, and in some cases, more expensive. Everything is private though, so there's countless options to choose from. Your natural gas bill might be lower here, but your electricity bill, or as you call it, hydro, could be a bit higher. But our housing cost is so much cheaper that month to month you'll still be saving money and you could be living in a much larger home. The pace of life is different too. Lethbridge and most of Alberta outside of Calgary and Edmonton move at a little bit of a slower pace. My clients from BC, as soon as they arrive in Alberta, always comment on how friendly people are here. And there's also less traffic leading to shorter commute times and overall less aggression on the road, which is fantastic for new drivers. This part is important. Alberta isn't a magical place where every single thing is cheaper and life is perfect. Some things are more expensive here, like utilities in the winter or even your car insurance depending on your driving history. But when you look at the overall picture, housing, taxes, cost of living, even gas prices, most families who move from BC to Alberta find that their day-to-day stress goes down, their financial breathing room goes up, and they feel like they can finally get ahead. Maybe that's why people in Alberta appear more friendly, or maybe we're just born with it. It's not a perfect paradise, but day to day, it definitely is more manageable. And I'll end on something personal. I've lived here my whole life, but my wife, that's a different story. My wife actually moved here 5 years ago from London, England. And I can't believe it's already been 5 years. But she moved from an entirely different country, culture, climate, the whole thing. And now we have two of the most adorable boys, and the thought of raising a family in a big city like London would be crazy to us. If she can make that jump and fall in love with Alberta, and me, then moving from BC to Alberta is far more doable than you think. Transitions can feel big, but once you get here, settle in, build a routine and start exploring, everything gets easier. Alberta can be your home faster than you expect. I know it has been for her. If you're considering making the move and you want a better sense of what homes in Lethbridge or the surrounding towns actually look like in your price range, let me know. Just a quick text, call, email, whatever works for you, and I'll set you up on automatic notifications of new listings that match exactly what you're looking for. Price range, neighborhoods, property type, and then you can follow the market in real time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Or maybe I'll see you in Lethbridge. And I've helped thousands.
Okay.
Who's gonna fact check me? Wait, it's good, it's good. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.